That's not how you engage in the kettlebell. That's a pretty bad description. Don't do it, guys. This rounding of your back and your upper body leaning forward way too much, this is bad. This is bad practice for your back. And if anybody of you Times journalists are watching this video by accident, guys, please do proper research. Grüezi miteinander, Gregory from Lebe here. As you can see, the Times is talking about the kettlebell, and I think it's awesome. I think it's always great when the kettlebell gets news coverage. If this is your first time on our YouTube channel, we're about all things kettlebell. We have been certified by accredited kettlebell institutions, and we work with people in real life to help them discover the power and the potential of kettlebell training. I'm very passionate about the kettlebell, so if I am a little bit critical, it's not about bashing the coach. It's all about giving you an educational perspective on kettlebell training. This is fake news, unfortunately, because this is not this is not how you engage in a kettlebell swing, guys. No, you just don't do it. Now, you may say, well, you're overly critical. No, I'm not. I think you have to do your diligent research as a journalist or as a coach or as a whatever. If you publicize an article that is on a huge news media outlet, then at least get somebody in the room, have a conversation with somebody who actually knows something about the kettlebell. Because this person would have told you, bro, that's not how you engage in the kettlebell. That's a pretty bad description. Don't do it, guys. Now, the image was sent to me by a subscriber. So let's take a look at what's wrong in this picture. Now, first of all, the shoes are wrong. The shoes that she's wearing, these cushioned heels, they're very bad for lifting in general. If you don't have a medical condition with your foot, then please either go barefoot or use shoes that have a flat sole, because this will mess with your proprioception, with your body's ability to understand the flooring. And if the flooring is off, or if the proprioception is off and you're on wobbly surface, then you won't be able to generate a lot of power and strength. Now, let's check out the problems with this picture first, and then I'm going to show you how to actually follow the phases. Now, I have to give credit because they actually follow phases, and phases is something that's good. You always want to deconstruct a very complex exercise into its components, into its phases, for you to better understand how to work the exercise and maybe even do some corrections. So number one, no, you don't start on top. And if she has the kettlebell like this and it's pulling down, the only activation that's happening right here is your shoulder. Number two, yes, the kettlebell drops, but she's scared. The model is actually scared of the bell. That's why she already starts hinging. You don't want to do it. You want to wait until your arm reconnects with your body, and then you go into the backswing. And this is number three. And number three, you don't do it. This is bad for your back. Please, guys. And maybe she has a baby kettlebell, and yes, we can always talk about light weights versus moderate or heavy weights. I think light weights do have some applicability in kettlebell training. However, when it comes to a hardstyle swing, which we want to talk about right now, because that's the most differentiating factor of a swing, when you grab it with two hands, most people then engage in a hardstyle fashion, then you don't do it like this. This rounding of your back and your upper body leaning forward way too much, this is bad. This is bad practice for your back. And if anybody of you Times journalists are watching this video by accident, guys, please do proper research and do some explanation and go about it and say, well, we did something wrong. Because the problem is not in making the mistake. The problem is in maybe recognizing the mistake and not doing anything about it. So let's check out the proper phases. Number 0. We always call it phase 0 because in this phase you want to engage in when you start with ballistic exercises. We call it the triangle or hinge ready phase. Triangle because the kettlebell forms the top of the triangle and your feet form the bottom of the triangle. Then you're ready. You grab the bell. Then you engage in a backswing. We can also call it the hike pass, where you pull the kettlebell with a lot of energy and force into your legs, and then your arms connect with your body. We call it the arm-body connection. Number 2 is the full hip extension. This is very important. Once the kettlebell connects, you use your posterior chain, fully contract, boom, the bell takes off, and as you can see, it's on top. You want to make sure that you keep your lats engaged, so if your elbows are flaring a little bit, it's not a problem because your lats are attached to your humerus, to your upper arm, and not your forearm. Number 3 is the amortization phase. This is where the kettlebell drops, and as you can see, we're almost still standing upright because we want to wait until the arm connects to the body. Now, because the exercise is a ballistic exercise, you have to work on your timing. And number 4 is the backswing, the same phase as number 1, and then the whole thing starts again. And very important, when you really pull the bell in, you go into a hinge with bent knees if you are engaging with very heavy weights. And this is what it looks like in action. So on a final note, guys, I'm just sometimes very disappointed in folks not doing their research. This is not about making a mistake. You are allowed to make mistakes. We are human beings. I have made countless mistakes until I've understood the proper technique. And I even posted these countless mistakes on our YouTube channel, but I've corrected them, at least the ones that I'm aware of. And yes, it is a journey. We always develop. But if you're a news outlet, you gotta do proper research. You don't have to be the expert, but talk to experts. Talk to the guys who know their stuff. If you want to talk about a particular exercise or a particular brand or a particular niche or product or business venture or whatever have you, you mostly talk to experts. And I don't understand how the journalists and how the media and how most folks always do it when we talk about politics or science or economics, and even in that case, sometimes they don't choose the proper experts. We can always have a debate about it. But in the fitness realm, it's like the Wild West. You do whatever you want and you pick the first image. Oh, that's what it looks like. Well, actually, you never engaged in the swing. That's why you don't understand it. Your eyes should have told you immediately, oops, that's not the proper image to choose. But no, you choose it because you don't understand it, yet you write a full article about it. I think that's a huge problem. That's the reason why I think it's important to do these reviews, peer review, giving feedback. And if you are a coach and you understand that stuff, don't just complain about it in your inner circle. Make a post about it. You don't have to attack them. I don't want to be disrespectful towards the Times, and I don't want to be disrespectful towards the journalist. It's all about helping folks understand and maybe sometimes point out a flaw or a mistake in order for everybody to improve in the end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like it, consider subscribing if you want to see more kettlebell content. And if you're looking for a kettlebell program that builds you up from a beginner to a slowly advanced trainee in the course of about 3 months, and you maybe want to combine it with some easy to follow nutrition coaching because maybe you want to lose weight or you want to get in shape, then check out 90 Days of Kettlebells. You'll find the link in the description. 14-day free trial included.